All right, an update of an old legend and a dynamic new documentary on area screens this week. Who else will be here to tell us about the kid who would be king and they shall not grow old? This film critic who never gets old, Chuck Koplinski.
You must want to borrow money. Very good.
Well, I mean, that would be okay. A couple bucks wouldn't hurt.
Well, I'll
right?
see what I can do.
Oh, thank you so much.
Right.
So this is really cool because it's about King Arthur, which everybody knows the story of.
Yes, you should know the story of it, but yeah, it's a neat little update that they do here with the kid who would be king. Deals, of course, with some kids in high school in England, of course, and there's our little Arthur right there. You familiar with the actor Andy Serkis, the guy who does all the motion capture stuff, the Planet of the Apes? That's his son.
Oh, of course.
Serkis making his debut, and of course, what would a high school film be without bullies? Got to have bullies to pick on our hero, and there they are. Well, of course, he and his buddies are screwing around one day. He's being chased by bullies. They end up at this construction site, and lo and behold, what do they find? Well, there's a big sword in the stone. There's Excalibur, and the kid yanks it out, and his destiny is set. Unfortunately, when he does that, that awakens Morgana Le Fay. And if you know the Arthur legend, that's his sister, and she's up to no good. And once the sword is pulled, she knows it's time to come back and take over the world, because that's what bad characters do.
Yep.
He and his buddies end up assuming the roles of the Knights of the Round Table, and away we go. They're also assisted, I'm not sure if you can see it in this clip, by Merlin, played by Patrick Stewart. Oh my gosh, there he is right there. Yes. You can see the movie's very cute. It's very cute. It's got a sense of whimsy about it. It pokes fun at itself, which is what I like as well. Problem is, it's way too long. It's 2 hours. It is 2 hours long, and for a movie pitched towards teenagers or kids, things have got to move a bit quicker. You have a lot of scenes like there with Merlin in which characters are telling us what's going on, and this is going to happen. Way too much exposition. Be that as it may. Oh, here we go. There's the round table. Be that as it may, it has a lot of charm to it. And the more you know about King Arthur, the more you're going to get the jokes and the things they refer to. So I really like this movie. It's going to be for kids who like to read. You know, those who are working at a little bit higher level than your normal kid, but they will enjoy it.
So are you saying this is a good movie to see at night? No?
It wouldn't hurt.
It wouldn't hurt. Well, it looks really cute, though. I think
cute.
Those movies are kind of refreshing, especially when they poke fun at themselves.
Well, and it's smart, too, and that's what I like about it.
We like smart, wicked smart things here. And they shall not grow old. Chuck, take it away.
This is wicked smart, let me tell you. This is an incredible film, really an incredible film. If you know Peter Jackson, you should know that name from the Lord of the Rings films, the King Kong remake. This is a passion project of his. His grandfather died due to injuries from World War I before he was born, and he heard stories of his grandfather and wanted to do something to pay tribute to him, and this is that film. He and his team poured over 100 hours of documentary footage that was in a war museum in England. They also listened to over 200 interviews, about 400 hours of interviews before they put together this film about World War I. And what's interesting about this thing is that he does a technique that I usually don't like, but is very effective here. When the film takes place, when the soldiers are training and are at home, it's in black and white. And then once they hit the battlefield, he puts it into color. And I usually don't like the colorization thing, but here it really makes it much more real. It makes it much more intimate. It's as though we are there. He also uses a 3D effect as well. You can see this film in 3D too, and that makes it even more lifelike. It's an interesting film because he doesn't focus on like one soldier and follow them through their journey. He keeps it very anonymous because he wants us to understand just how widespread this was, just how impactful it was on all these people of this generation. Film's rated R, and I'm not going to pull any punches. There are some very gruesome scenes there in which they show the result of warfare of this type, and that's the whole point, to drive home the sacrifice that these men made. But not only these men, it reminds you about what our soldiers, what soldiers of any country go through in any time period, and the sacrifice they make. This is a movie that 8, 9 years old and up, take the kids. They need to experience this. They need to understand what this is like, and this is already probably going to make my top 10 list for 2019.
Oh my gosh, already?
No, I mean, I haven't seen anything like this. It is truly, truly special.
How long is this movie?
140.
140.
140,
okay,
so it doesn't belabor.
terrible.
No, it doesn't belabor things at all. It has an impact, and then it's gone. So can't say enough good things about it.
And there's so many hours of footage, too. I mean, that's impressive.
Just to cut it down to that 90, that 100 minutes. I mean, yeah, you're right. That
takes a lot of effort.
A lot of it,
I imagine. Wow. Geez, Chuck. Okay, we already got a top pick from Chuck. It's only January. Oh, it's February today.
It's February.
Wow.
February 1st.
Time moves fast, doesn't it?
And I want you to mention something real quick.
Sure, what's up?
Pam and I reviewed this documentary when it first came out, Free Solo, another documentary.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
One about the mountain climbing guy. And I believe I said during the review, why don't they show this in IMAX? They listened to me. It is back.
They heard you.
They heard me out at Savoy on IMAX. This film needs to be seen in that format to really drive home how ridiculously insane this man is to climb this mountain without any ropes or anything. I will be out there. My son doesn't know that I'm dragging him out there tomorrow to see this in IMAX.
Well, now he might know.
No, he's in school.
Oh, good. We'll tell him later.
Okay.
Cool. And then you guys got to check out Real Talk with Chuck and Pam, of course. If you go on our Facebook page, Pam is at Sundance right now. Pretty cool.
Posting updates.
Yeah, she's posting some Facebook Lives, cracking me up as usual. But pretty cool to see her experience, getting to see those films and those stars, too. Pretty cool.
Yep.
Thanks, Chuck.
You bet.
Have a great weekend, Chuck. Thank you. All right, we'll be back.